Let's go take a look at Gitpod. Now, Gitpod has just recently changed their model a little bit. And so what I would normally do is just launch a workspace, but I want to launch it with GPUs. Okay, so down below here we have standard, but there's a way to do it with GPUs, which is new. So I'm going to go ahead and say Gitpod GPUs. I was just at reInvent, and Lou was showing this to me. So I absolutely know they have GPU support. And it's configured in their dev container. Maybe we'll go over to Gitpod here. Okay, just the main site here. It's going to keep logging me in here. And somewhere in here, there's a way to download the new environment. So I want GPUs. I know we can do GPUs here. We'll go over to maybe the resources. View all. And so now we're into our docs here. And so somewhere here, we can configure GPUs. I know we can do it. I've seen it in person. But like, I didn't know they had GPUs, and then Lou showed me, and I was like, why aren't we using Gitpod? But I think it's that maybe it's just not well known. Maybe it's because it's so new. And so I saw him configured in a dev container JSON file. So just give me a second. I'm gonna go find it. Okay. I remember there's a thing called Gitpod Desktop, so maybe that's something that I might want to download. Gitpod Desktop. No, that would run it locally. Yeah, that's not what I want. Yeah, let me just look at the docs a bit more, okay? I just absolutely cannot find it. There's no way I can find it, but that doesn't mean that we still can't use Gitpod. Gitpod, it has a notebook experience because it has VS Code, so maybe we'll just take a look at anything, anything that we want. So I'm just trying to think of like, I don't need anything in particular. I just need like an example repo. I'm just gonna type an example. It really doesn't matter what we do. I'll even go to the AWS examples one here. And so I have Gitpod installed with the Gitpod Chrome extension. You could also just put in the front here, and we do like gitpod.io and it'll still work. So I'll do this, just in case you don't have the extension installed. Is it this? Can I do that? Maybe I take this part out like that. I forget how to do it. It's been a while. / like this. GitHub.com. Nope. This needs to be a GitHub IO in front of me here. But if I go to this URL here, well, anyway, I'll just click it. It looks like the URL is a little bit different now. But anyway, if you don't have that Chrome extension, it's like Chrome Gitpod extension. But even at the time of this video, I don't know if they're going away from this kind of system and they're letting you run it locally now. But anyway, I just have this open and I just wanted to show you in Gitpod. It's super fast how fast it launches. But I can go ahead and make a new file. And I specifically want to make a, I'm not going to save this. I'm just going to make a new file here. Allow, yeah, allow. And it's going to be like, I'll say example.ironpython NYB. I think that's what it is. And we should be able to, maybe I named the extension wrong. It's IronPython YNB. There we go, YNB. And so now we can add stuff here. So I can say, what is our Python version? So Python -- version. And so this is going to be really good if, let's just say you are want some installations here. Maybe it doesn't have Python extension, the Jupyter extension. So we're installing the Jupyter extension so it can do Jupyter-like things. And so we'll just choose our Python environment here. We'll just use the default one. And so I'll run it. And it says it's a magic cell, but the body cell is empty. Because I just want to run Python. What's wrong with that? Maybe I can do pip install. I'll just try to install some here. Pip install transformers. Can I do that? There we go. So this is another environment that we can utilize. And if you are not utilizing GPUs, like you're just using serverless APIs, then this is going to be fine for you. Obviously, we could also use GitHub. Now, again, there is a way to configure GPUs. We're just going to have to wait till we talk to Lou. He's in the boot camp, so he's going to definitely show us how to do it. But what I've been told is that Gitpod now can run anywhere. So like you could choose any type of compute that you want at AWS or other platforms. But it's probably in the paid tier. There's probably other caveats, and I don't have that information. But just as a cloud developer environment experience, I really like this when I don't care about GPUs. And if we do have GPUs, we'll have to learn a little bit more about that later on. I'm going to go ahead and stop that workspace. And so that is Gitpod as an example for somewhere where we can work with notebooks.